So welcome back guys to another video, and today I'm doing a review on a Mighty Switch Force collection out now on all platforms. I'll be reviewing the port on the Nintendo Switch, and I have to give a big thank you to the folks at WayForward for sending a review code to the studio and making this video possible. Now if you're unfamiliar with the Mighty Switch Force series, it's a run and gun puzzle platformer with lots of challenges, lots of fun. You'll be getting the 3 games in this collection as well as an HD remaster. Now let's just dive in and see exactly what games are included in this collection. Mighty Switch Force, the game that started it all, as you play Patricia Wagon, and your job is to capture 5 fugitives in each of the 16 stages. From first glance it may seem like a Mega Man clone complete with a tribute of Mega Man X in the beginning stage, but Mighty Switch Force has a pretty awesome puzzle mechanic. Patricia's helmet switches various blocks that act like obstacles to get to the cutesy jailbirds. Some blocks are also used to beat up certain enemies and activate switches and cannons. If you switch the blocks too soon, Patricia will go flying to the screen, taking away a life. You can also beat the stages in under the par time to get 100% completion on the campaign, adding some speedrun elements, and it's rewarding stuff indeed. Mighty Switch Force 2 is the sequel. Patricia has taken the role of a firefighter instead of a police officer. Her blaster is replaced with a hose, and you're trying to save 5 hooligan sisters from the hellish inferno. The goal is pretty much the same as the first, but the added mechanics to the hose and more challenges makes this a pretty awesome sequel. Oh, and you have to save babies too. That's right, kicking them. It has a pretty good collecting aspect to the series, I admit. Overall, it's a sequel done right. Now, the next game in the series is actually a first time on consoles. It was originally a Steam exclusive and a prequel to the Mighty Switch Force series, and that's Mighty Switch Force Academy. Now, you're playing as Patricia Wagon, you're going through various VR missions and training modes, and you know, this game has all the bells and whistles, rinse and repeat formula that makes Mighty Switch Force awesome, but unfortunately, the calluses to this game is also something that makes this game fun, and that is co-op and versus mode. Now, if you have some friends over and you're playing this game, I can see a lot of enjoyment with it, but unfortunately, if you're playing in single player mode, the sprites are so small that it's almost an eyesore, especially in portable mode. Honestly, I feel like if it was in single player mode, it would have been nice if it had a zoom in feature so you can actually not just look at the whole real estate, but kind of pay more attention to your character and see what's going on. And it would have been even nicer if it had online versus in co-op mode, because unfortunately it only features local, so in my opinion this is probably the weakest game in the collection. Now, the last game I want to talk about is actually an HD remaster of the first Mighty Switch Force, and that's Mighty Switch Force Hyperdrive Edition. This was originally released on the Wii U, and it's pretty much the first Mighty Switch Force, just better graphics and also some included missions of remixed levels. So to be honest, it's kind of interesting that this collection would include the first game and a better version of the first game. It's almost like newcomers can completely skip Mighty Switch Force and go straight into Hyperdrive Edition. So for $19.99, I do feel like you're getting your bang for your buck. Now, I do have to say this is digital only, but it's also WayForward, so maybe later on down the line they'll include a physical edition and maybe even a special edition with enough fan feedback. And you know, for newcomers to the series, I think this is a great way to get your feet diving into this game. I feel like it was a lot of fun. I feel like it's a very underrated WayForward IP. The only calluses to this collection, of course, is I wish it included another Mighty Switch Force game that would make this collection complete, and that was a mobile exclusive called Mighty Switch Force Hose It Down. Now, this was more of a puzzle game than a platformer like the previous entries, but it would have been nice to have all the Mighty Switch Forces in the collection since it's called Mighty Switch Force Collection. So giving this game a score, I would definitely give it an 8 out of 10. I feel like it's a great collection. I feel like the price is very fair. I feel like it's a great way to introduce new players to the series. Unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier, Mighty Switch Force Academy, I did not have a whole lot of fun playing that game. Maybe if I had some more folks come over and play it multiplayer, maybe I would find the enjoyment, but unfortunately, like I said, that real estate look, that zoomed out, I was not a big fan of that. And also, I wish it would have included Hose It Down for a complete collection experience. But what do you guys think? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more weekly content and to hit that bell so you get notified the moment a video goes live on YouTube. Anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, happy gaming.